Hey chat. Welcome chat. Welcome guys, welcome chat. How's it going guys? How are you today? Good morning. We're live guys in our community. How do you enjoy your April Fools? Look at the market sitting around the 400s out here. We got to be on 3 accounts that we've purchased. Right, so we got 3 fresh accounts, 2 of 250, 1 of 150 guys. Good morning everyone. Fresh accounts exactly. We started off with fresh accounts yesterday. We only had a couple of dollars left in the previous accounts. And it was time for a decision. Welcome everyone. Good morning everyone. Hope you have a great time. And hope you're enjoying your day. Sitting around the 400s here with the markets. But it's a risky timing, everyone. A risky timing for the space of trading, especially with the tariffs. It's gonna be a difficult day tomorrow as well today. Depends what does the market fears and how does the market considers, which is not always just like the narrative. Narrative could be bearish, could be generating a panic type of environment, while the market could end up in a pumping momentum, simply making no sense, but this is how it works. Good morning. Welcome guys. The accounts we had yesterday blown up. The accounts we had last week were the same ones we had yesterday as well, so those accounts lasted about 2 or 3 weeks. We've been showing stats during the live streams, and during each live stream I've been sharing the stats of the accounts in particular. So that was great. This is where we are. I'm going to rename this account very soon and approach basically about trading for the day. Interesting day. It's not going to be easy, of course, to trade. Surviving through the big volatility out there. But we got to do it. At this time, we decided to go for 2 250k accounts and 1 150k, guys. This is what we've been through. It is extremely discounted. And of course, at this price that we've got today on the full 50, it is incredible cheap. At the end of the day, you got to make your ratios. Obviously, you got to produce 5%, the same value of 5%. I mean, the dollar size should not scare us. It's pretty much the same value of 5%. That's what it matters percentage-wise, and then you adjust the numbers from the size. This is where we are with the price section as well, guys. Good morning, everyone. Market is still holding around 3 to 400s, but with difficulties, of course. We have to build a lap from here. Not gonna be an easy time. Surely not. We're going to trade the NQ. For the 250k, we're going to trade the NQ. That's the 150k. Let's put it that way. And then we got a 250k. Number 1. 250k number 2, guys. We're gonna do some nice copy trading between the 250k ones. We're gonna set the copy trade right now. So the first one is gonna lead into the 250k. Beautiful. Now they are set basically for copy trading. New week, new accounts we've got basically, and obviously a new month. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, guys. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, guys. Now it's kind of to see what does the market fears around the corner. On the hourly, that's the way we're positioned. But then the 5 minutes out here, especially with the Nvidia, yesterday we actually pumped at the closing on the 5 minute nicely. We went 500 points yesterday, even more than that. So the market has had a certain level of recovery. That's my daily VWAP, and that's the 200 EMA line. The blue line is the 200 EMA, and then we've got the daily VWAP. Actually trading much higher. Welcome, guys. Good morning. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, guys. Hope you're having a great time. Whatever place you're watching, guys, make sure to smash that like button. We got scheduled news for today, economical news on the manufacturing PMI. At the same time, JOLTS job openings at 10 a.m. in the morning, guys. It's right now 9 a.m., so about 52 minutes to go for significant news, especially they're supposed to come out at the same time. This is, especially with the manufacturing. Current administration is definitely looking for bringing manufacturing back into the US with a tariff war. And manufacturing, based on that, is having an increased. Not just based on that, but especially with that, is having an increased importance. Hello, guys. Hello, welcome, guys. Welcome, everyone. $15-minute wants to push, guys. 15-minute wants to push. But then we gotta be careful at the end of the day. What's happening on gold? Didn't check that today. It has been going nuts, basically. Probably is pushing for the all-time high. Trading very, very good above the VWAP. Very nicely. It holds and respects it. And this is just going to keep going. Especially in the way it is right now. This is just very, very good, guys. If we open up the chart with the opens, we got basically the daily, monthly, obviously at the same level. And then the weekly too. So we have a quite tight range here between the daily, monthly, and weekly openings. But that's absolutely normal in the current case scenario. It is April the 1st. We're looking for not to be fooled by the market. I gotta lie something to you out here, guys, for the Fool's Day, but I'm not sure exactly what at the moment. Look at that. Wouldn't be bad a quick breakout here, some liquidity grabbed.
Order filled.
Testing out 2 contracts on Nasdaq. This is no longer micros. This is minis on a 250k. Few points. Stop loss on my entry. And let's go, guys. Let's go.
Order filled.
Oops. Oops. What's happening? 320, guys. 320. We got to start with those fireworks. We got to start with those fireworks. 320 profit on the first trade in April. That's how you start a month. That's how you start a week. It's not actually the week, but it's actually the month. And of course, that's how you start with brand new fresh accounts on 250k. 320 bucks made, copy traded as well. And we exited, then the markets quickly tanked, which is why live stream helps you. The markets can nicely see when you have exited, so they can push to the other side. They can push to the other side. Are we having difficult time taking the markets above the daily, monthly? 411 is the daily opening. We're gonna nicely get above that, right? Look at this. Daily and monthly. Thank you guys for coming in. Appreciate it. Make sure to like the video so we take the numbers up. And we take the numbers to the moon. 14-15 minutes to go. And the market opens. Right, so if they keep fearing about the tariff war, depends. The markets might digested that specific aspect so far. It's very unknown and difficult when it comes down to the markets, right? So at first point, you could say that the initial reaction is the panic selling. But then the continuous reaction is no longer that easy to be recognized, right? So the initial reaction is simple. Panic selling, the markets are basically losing a certain level. But at the same time, the upcoming reactions are no longer on the same page of difficulty. Look at the 4-hour. We got to take this back to the yearly opening, 21,270. 21,270 with a target. Exactly. 5 of these quick trades equals with 1,500. I got to make a lot more, basically. I got to make a lot more than 1,500, which is why I want to trade with bigger sizes, specifically on the 250k. We're going to be a little more aggressive. 4-hour looks nice. Wants continuation, but then again, the opening is actually a different language and a different momentum. There is a massive gap out here above 530s. I mean, that's crazy. Fair value gap out here, guys. Look at this. Tremendous in 4 hours. When we start running into that, it's going to be a great liquidity. Pushing into the previous week, VWAP, and even higher, 200 EMA. That's exactly what rejected us earlier, and we got stuck, which is on 20,500. We were just taking the low by 200 points here with the current low we made, and then a reaction appeared promptly. So building from here nearer to the 20,000s would be a great idea. Let's go, Matteo. Let's go, Matteo. Forza, which means Forza. Forza, Matteo. Let's go, guys. What's happening out here? 14-15 minutes to go. Gotta chill out a little bit. Gotta take my green tea. And take it easy. Thank you guys, by the way, for coming in. We're gonna have an amazing time on the stream. 2 hours probably. We're also gonna prepare some giveaways for the week. Not today, but we're gonna have giveaways later on. Make sure to be up to date on my Discord. That's the place we're posting, discussing, and speaking about it. So you want to be informed about it. You don't want to miss this. At all cost. At all price, at all cost. At any price, at any cost. Interesting times out here. Good morning, Twister. $396. Markets got rejected. Let me share with you. Let's put it this way. Daily, monthly, right there. 411. That's what rejected us. Careful on the weekly opening, guys. 319. Careful on that. We might just nicely continue the momentum, guys.
Order
to the
filled.
downside right here before the opening. We're 3 contracts long. Which is not small at all. But I'm gonna be happy to take another $300. Very happy actually if I take another 300 bucks here. Pre-market trading, quick scalps.
Order
Adding
filled.
a little more to this, we're 4 contracts in the trade. More micros, not minis. 4 lots. Kind of a lot. But usually the pre-market volatility is not that scary. Beautiful. Let's go, guys. Didn't got out of the trade. Has not been touched. What an ugly situation. Should have been touched on my contracts. What's happening? Alright,
Order
I'm out
filled.
of this. What an ugly situation. We got shot in the tick. We missed that by a point or so. A point a tick. When you're missing it is almost the same. Should have squeezed a little lower. Wow. Careful with the shorts here. We got a daily and monthly a little bit higher than we're trading at the moment. So squeezing above that is a solution they're gonna hunt. There's a bunch of 5-minute fair value gaps sitting above, which will attract the price action. This one is the first one that we care about, and then much higher you still have a much bigger one as well. those two guys out there, fair value gaps, that are usually attracting the price action, and we don't really have anything to the downside. I mean, 200 EMA here has a room, but what a good exit would have been on the take profit target, but they missed that, right? And now it wants to break above. We're not going to be short biased, or not going to be long biased in these situations, especially with the markets generating a fear context. You want to correlate fear with shorts. If they want to trap people, they would actually do the opposite. But then again, this kind of theories are already really at a one step understanding away from everyone, right? So this is nothing advanced or simply amazing. We could call it one way or the other. It will make sense in both directions, guys. Short-term trading, day trading is not about that kind of theories. Swing trading helps you a lot more, which is something that I've been doing for quite many years. Good morning, Oliver. Swing trading, especially in the crypto, that's where. Let's have a quick look into the crypto space as well for a minute. Sitting on 83,700s for Bitcoin, back from 84,400s. It was a decent growth basically in the past couple of hours. But then what we care about obviously is the S&P today. If it continues basically the movement just like we did after yesterday's low, which could be the low of the panic selling around the subject of tariffs, right? This is an interesting spot here, guys, to take the liquidity above.
Order
Honestly,
filled.
a very interesting spot here to take the liquidity above. You know, just a few points. Just a few points. You spike above the line. We're in this trade with 4 contracts. 4 lots, not 4 micros. This is mini, guys. We've moved to minis. We've got 250k accounts. So let's go for this one. It's about 5 points only. But there is a little more room for the markets to deliver. The previous high here around the daily and monthly is around 418. Do we get a double top structure here? That would be too easy, right? So why would you give the opportunity for people to short here on a double top with a resistance and rejection that has been confirmed? Why would you give that opportunity to make such money on such an easy trade? See the top, shorted. Good morning, Kevin.
Order
Adding
filled.
2 more contracts to this. We're becoming aggressive already. And there's 5 minutes to go. You know, I'm not gonna hold a trade with 6 contracts, 6 minis on the opening. I like to take my money in the trade and then simply walk away before the opening starts. Let's go, guys. Beautiful. Come on. You gotta squeeze above that. What an ugly sell-off, guys. What an ugly sell-off. 20 points already, quickly down. We're going to exit out of this trade if it goes in the wrong direction. They did not squeeze anything above the top, right? So this kind of stuff with double top, with resistance confirming and stuff like that, that is very obvious. Very obvious. And it's not really requesting anything advanced. It's crazy how well it has been confirming in the past. Let's go, guys. We've increased the target a little bit. I like that rejection out there. Looking for seeing a nice pump. We're out here sitting on big contracts. But I guess we got an opportunity here that I don't want to miss. Beautiful rejection. Beautiful rejection with a good spot to push higher. Let's go. Come on, squeeze this one. Squeeze this one above the daily opening. Wow, look at that, guys. What a terrible price action over there so far. How many times do you get rejected out there on the daily? What an ugly movement here. On the daily opening, daily, monthly, whatever. It's the same. What an ugly price action. We just need about 20 points. And the market is doing that 20 points in a matter of seconds and a time it wants. This is an interesting situation right now. 2 minutes to go, guys. Price action is sitting around before the opening on the daily and monthly. Right before the US opening on the daily and monthly opening. That's where we are. Wow, look at a drop. Obviously got to get out right there. Not going to be able to allow this more liquidity and room. What a shame would be. What a shame would be not to reject this. And what a shame would be not to take squeezings above that. Yep. Stop loss has not been touched yet. That's the wick we're playing, guys. The latency is set by YouTube basically around 30 seconds. Sometimes the latency goes into 15 to 20 seconds, guys. 15, 20 seconds, depends. 5 seconds to go with the opening bell. Probably it's gonna trigger, of course. There you go with the opening, guys.
Order filled.
Obviously, the stop loss is getting triggered under these conditions. Look at the panic selling. Look at the panic selling, guys. Without taking and squeezing above the daily opening right there at the top. What a miserable price action. They're going to take this all the way back and they're going to push higher.
Order filled.
Yep.
Order filled.
Take this one all the way back into 420s. Let's go, guys. all the way back to 420s. 4 contracts out there. You want to break above the top. Let's go. Thank you guys, by the way, for joining. Let's go for the highs. We've got 4 micros. Come on, take this one above. Take this one straight into the daily opening above that. Look at that, guys. Look at the target. $4,400 target. We're halfway through that. Let's go, guys. Look at this trade. It's gonna be juicy, right? It's gonna be a nice, juicy recovering. Let's go. Look at the pump we're getting, guys.
Order
I sold
filled.
a contract.
Order
I sold
filled.
another one. And we're looking for breaking above. If we can do that, come on. We're fighting around this opening. Let's go. This is the one that we need,
Order
guys.
filled.
Beautiful. We fully touched the target. 35 bucks in profit. 35 bucks in profit after we were down by $4,000. That's the way to go. Look at the opening. Back to the 200 EMA. We bought into the 200 EMA confirmation, supposed to hold us. And of course, in the way they rejected right before the opening multiple times throughout about 25 minutes, it was really ugly not to take it above right after the opening. I just didn't expect it, basically. The market's dipping so hard on the opening. I was expecting basically less, which is why we've got a $4,000 loss quite quickly, but then recovered. Thank you, guys. Has been an interesting start out here. Make sure to like the video, subscribe as well. Look at a massive pullback. And now we got to push, guys, from here back to the
Order
top.
filled.
Back to the top. All the way back to the opening. 410. Give me 2 contracts on 410. It's gonna be a massive choppy season, guys. A massive choppy season. I'm not gonna get scared by anything. Let's go.
Order
Adding an
filled.
additional position. This is the candle that we definitely needed green. We cannot afford to have this red one. It's you know, it's gonna be very risky. Wow. Wow, what a rejection, guys. Totally down. Look at that. And we're breaking below. Let's go, guys. Question is going to be for today very soon in the pool, guys. If we get to touch the 500s today, very likely from my standpoint. 19 500s. That's going to be the question for the chat. Could be an interesting double bottom here if this holds.
Order filled.
Adding 3 positions to this with a stop loss below. Let's go. Time for this candle to push. Come on. This is the candle that has to push, guys. This cannot visit the lows. Because we're going to get stopped out at the same level of 4,000 if so. What an ugly price section so far. All the way back to the lows. And probably breaking below. And we probably get stopped out. Very likely. Extremely likely. Look at that. What a terrible price action. And now it's taking it all the way back. That's crazy, guys. Good job, Kevin. So, question for today. Do we touch, guys? 19,500s today. What do you guys think about it? 19,500s, chat. I ask you in the pool. That's a beautiful buying pressure right there that we just had. And we need to stick to that. It's a beautiful 1 minute reaction we had. I mean, the level we had our stop loss has been protected. Let us know, what do you guys think about 19,500s for today? Do we touch that today? What do you think about? If we cannot get above the 75, where's my entry? I'm gonna get out of this. Let's go. Get above that 75. And let it run. Beautiful. Come on. If you don't get rejected out here, then we're gonna have a nice run-up. Still having 6 contracts on that. Did not exit at anything, guys. Selling
Order
2 contracts
filled.
right now.
Order
Another 2
filled.
contracts and increasing the target a little bit. Stop loss is going to be right there. You got to do what you got to do. If it continues, it should continue from the place it is right now. But then I'm not going to expose myself. We've got $610 secured, guys. And a good possibility to make a little more on
Order
that. I'm
filled.
exiting $1,675. The profit has been secured, guys. Beautiful. Beautiful. 1,675 out there. Indeed, quite risky, especially in the current context. But if you do not risk, you never drink champagne, guys. You never drink champagnes. MPC World, I do need that as well. The crystal is needed, but it's not crystal ball needed out here. It's needed a crystal champagne. Because we got you on the profit. We got you on the profit, and this is real trading, fellas. Look at this ugly price section. And look how crazy we've had a stop loss below 38 that has not been touched, and we've been there like a point or 2 points away, and that's madness, right? That's totally madness. Let's go. But this is what I've done right now is overexposure, guys. Overexposure into 6 contracts, 6 lots for minis on Nasdaq during the opening. You know how you want to translate that? An error, a mistake. From the risk management standpoint, is a mistake. You don't want to do this. You don't want to... This is, you know, a situation that I'm actually assumed, right? But if you're pretty much into a conservative approach, this is a total mistake. Safety net, 5%. Safety net is 5%, which means 12,500. So whatever you make above 12,500, you're going to be able to take it out. That's why I can make basically a lot more daily. In other words, if I want to take out, you know, the payout here on 250k is $4,000. So if I want to take out $4,000, then I have to make $4,000 above that 5%, which is the safety net, above 12,500. So that's $16,500 for 20% consistency and shortest time. I gotta divide 16,500 to 5, and gives me 3,300. So if I make $3,300 daily for 5 days, only 5 days of trading, I'm gonna get to my target. Interesting spot here, basically. But I'm not gonna trade anything right now. Just gotta relax for a minute, guys. You gotta enjoy. And careful. We got a news coming out on 10 a.m. EST time, which means 17 minutes. And that is for ISM manufacturing PMI and then the JOLTS. JOLTS job openings, guys. Careful with that. Both will trigger crazy volatility. Insane. Insane volatilities, I would say. Look at the markets. Look at the markets, guys. Appreciate it, guys. Make sure to like the video, smash that one. Subscribe as well. We're streaming from Monday to Friday, doing giveaways and sharing a lot of educational stuff as well. We're gonna start publishing more and more videos on my channels too, besides the live streams, and we're working on the prop firm review website that we're creating, which takes a while to work around it. We've been studying companies in the last period, and each company, besides the general rules, they also have unique rules. Unique rules. Things they thought about and put out in the markets just to set a roadblock between your success. That's kind of interesting, right? So there's a lot of the companies out there coming with weird rules, which makes no sense, but at the same time, they want to catch you. They want to catch you. And most of the companies, of course, for a lot of the things, enjoy leaving a gray area. This is an interesting 5-minute closing, guys, with a possibility into
Order
a continuation, even though, indeed, we do have news coming out quickly. I am making
Order
money.
filled.
We've closed out on the trade already quickly. $315 right there. You can see my trade. We held that one for 5 seconds. We held that one for 5 seconds, $315. So we're up to 1,975 right now. The balance is increasing as we speak. And that's for the April's Fool's Day. Let's go, everyone. Daily keeps rejecting, guys. Daily keeps rejecting. But that's not gonna happen forever, guys. They're just leaving space here for the fellas to accumulate on shorts, and then they're gonna take this to the moon. They're gonna touch basically the first fair value gap on the 40s. The next sell-off, if we get it, is a good opportunity in my perspective. Obviously, this is not an investment or financial advice at all. You gotta be careful on the CFTC rule 4.41. Hypothetical disclaimer. Careful with the markets, careful with the trading. This is not an investment or financial advice at all during the whole stream and during the whole channel. We got rejected again. Look at the number of wicks on the 1 minute. And then when you need and when you gotta do it, you will push all through that. Look at that. Look at this right now. Look at the explosion. We're going straight into the fair value gap. First and the second. Beautiful. Beautiful pump. It's a money-making machine. What's happening on the other markets? Nvidia is pumping as well. Still having to go a little bit higher, above the daily and monthly. It's gonna follow Nasdaq. Surely it's gonna follow Nasdaq. BTC not doing much. But then what we care about is the S&P, guys. S&P formed a gap, and it's gonna get triggered above. WeWap is trading below. 460s on the Nasdaq. Have a look into that, guys. Beautiful. Good time to make money. So we're having a great time, everyone. We're still gonna trade today. Whenever we have a quick opportunity, we are going to execute it. We've grabbed basically the entire fair value gap located on 440s. Quite a risky situation here. Back to the daily opening.
Order filled.
Let's go for a quick scalp.
Order filled.
Out. We made something on that, 130 bucks, right? We're above 2,000, we were below 2,000. Quick scalping. Again, we held our position for a few seconds, but then it adds up. It adds up.
Order filled.
Additional 2 contracts over here. We got to reject right here, otherwise I'm out.
Order filled.
You got to reject, otherwise I'm out.
Order filled.
If you break the highs again, was expecting a movement into the 410. Daily and monthly openings.
Order
Partially
filled.
getting out of this, guys. And
Order
I'm selling
filled.
it all. I don't like it. Certainly don't like it in the way it looks like.
Order filled.
Interesting spot here to take this down. Drop this below. That's a lovely rejection we just got. And
Order
I'm out of
filled.
it. 2,365. Beautiful profit. Look at that, guys. How much do we made? $960. You can see it right there, bottom right corner. $960 profit. That one deserves fireworks. That one deserves fireworks. That was a beautiful one, fellas. Right. 2,365. It's a copy trader account, so actually we've got 5 grand out there. 5 grand out there. Fireworks, exactly. Another round of fireworks. And guess what? We finalized the 250k for today. I'm happy basically with these numbers today. It's the first day of trading for this account, so I'm happy with 2,200 for the 250k. We're going to trade the 150k right now. We are going to trade the 150k right now. Hit the target for today on 250k accounts, and it's time to consider the 150k. Still going to be trading on the Nasdaq with this one. Now gonna move into micros.
Order filled.
We're longing it here. Looking for a nice scalp right there. Few points.
Order filled.
Yeah, stopped at. We're going lower. Got stopped at. We're going lower.
Order
This
filled.
is the daily opening, guys, that we've got here. Let me share with you. I also got into 2 contracts. Trade daily opening we got here. At this specific level. So we could do from here easily 10-15 points.
Order
If
filled.
the long holds, if the daily opening holds, it's a pivot point. Otherwise, we got to be out quickly
Order
out
filled.
of this. We're 4 contracts long. On a 150k account is a lot. But I'm just looking for scalping this. 5 minutes to go for the news. It's gonna be madness, everyone. Let's take this back to the highs before the news. Madness. Let's go. Come on. Three minutes to go, guys. ISM factoring PMI and JOLTS job openings. What an ugly rejection so far out here. We might get this all the way back to the 200 EMA. Three minutes to go. Come on. Time to take this a little bit high. I'm gonna decrease my position as soon as I get close to my entry. Unrisk a little bit. Decrease my size. Pretty ugly here before the opening, guys. Before the news, actually, not the opening. $200 EMA is reacting. Looks pretty healthy for even for a minor move. That's a beautiful engulfing we just get. A beautiful 1 minute closing that has strength. Keep pushing above. Come on. Selling out
Order
of two
filled.
contracts.
Order
and I'm
filled.
exiting fully. We're $240 profit right here. We were down 300 and so. So recovered something and put this one in profit as well. Just about in time. There's a minute to go, guys. A minute and 20 seconds, and we are going to be under pressure. With the news out there next to the corner, you don't want to be overexposed. One minute to go, everyone. 1 minute to go. What a strong reaction we actually got here. S&P is doing great as well. Daily and monthly, we broke above it, right? And now we're trying to reject. 30 seconds to go, guys. We broke above it and now we're trying to reject. Look at that volatility, guys. We are getting the news. Careful, everyone. $49 PMI below the forecast. We already expected number 49. The expected was 4.9, 49.5. And the JOLTS job openings. Look at the market reacting over here. With a strong volatility, so 49 on the PMI instead of 49.5 than expected, lower than expected. But then what's happening on the market is out here so far is just a neutral range. A neutral range. 7.57 million, lower than expected as well, job openings on JOLTS. And we got to see how does the market react to this lower than expected numbers. Do they enjoy that? Do they want to see basically rate cuts? Do they want to see such numbers from the economy, which is possibly driving the markets in a rate cut scenario? We're going to short
Order
it over
filled.
here with a stop loss above the wick. And we're going to trade this specific, guys. We're in a short right now. Single contract is sufficient on the volatility we got. If we break below that low, I'm going to be happy to take the money. 520 bucks. Moving the stop loss right there on the end of the body on the candle. Beautiful. Let's go, guys. Beautiful. I'm out of
Order
this.
filled.
Great. Great. Look at that. Great profits made. $395 on this one. Quick scalp out there. $395, just like you can see it on the bottom right corner. 630. We're up to that. And let the fireworks run for April Fools. For April Fools, we're printing. You gotta do what you gotta do, guys. 630 bucks out here. Let's go, everyone. Thank you, fellas. Let's go. Right, so PMI lower than expected. JOLTS job openings as well lower than expected. Number of job openings during the report month excluding the farming industry. And then the PMI is level of a diffusion index based on surveyed purchasing managers in the manufacturing industry. Markets did reacted. Other markets did reacted with a form of bearishness. Nvidia is in the lows that we had after the US opening, guys. But then you're gonna get Nasdaq reacting as well. If so, pretty happy about that one. Let's go. Look at the pressure, guys. Look at the insane pressure. Look at this 5-minute candles. I mean, those wicks are just delusional. Day of fireworks, Anton. Exactly. It's the day of fireworks. It's the day of jokes. I mean, everything you see here is a joke, right? Because it's today. But it's not actually a joke, guys. We're live. We're live. It's not recorded. It's not scripted. I didn't spoke with the markets before. We didn't arrange the trades. We didn't arrange anything. At this time, it was not scripted, guys. But from tomorrow, I promise you, I'm gonna talk with the markets before the openings. I'm gonna trying to guess, trying to see, trying to find a solution for both of us to make money. I and the markets. Do we break below? Very interesting. Didn't check the pool results. 50% consider yes. We're getting back to 19,500s today. So you guys want all the liquidity from the top. You guys want to trade above the daily and monthly opening for the day. But this is an ugly situation here that might take us into the weekly opening, guys. 320s. Right? I'm gonna... When you see that long green candle, it's no joke, it's reality. That long green candle as well is no joke. Because it appeared at a level that is meaningful, guys. This is a very important thing everyone wants to know about trading. When a price action reacts on a meaningful level, which means it's backed up by the technical analysis. So that place is supposed to react. If it reacts like that, those are the meaningful situations. All the other situations are noises. But then you want to measure through indicators that are whether we talk about externally attached, such as the CRSI or anything like that, RSI, MACD, whatever, or simply the price action indicators that you got on the chart, is the price action itself, the candlesticks. You want to measure the strength to discover if it's just a reaction or it's pretty much a domination by that energy. This is what separates the things. Reactions are not equal with dominations. Domination is just like between two boxing players. They're fighting. Obviously, both of them will participate throwing some punches, right? Both of them will do that. But it doesn't mean both are dominating. At some point, one is dominating the other. And that's the same thing between the bulls and the bears in the markets. I mean, both are active. Both are driving the markets in their direction most of the time. Speaking about the day trading situation where this 1 minute candles are, you get a green one right now, but then you get a red one and keep, jumping back and forth, right? But that doesn't mean each color you see is a domination, or it's just simply a reaction that is a noise. And this is what separates the things. Almost back into the weekly, guys. We actually broke below the low of the opening of the US markets. This is an interesting spot here to long. But when you're up everywhere, 2,300, 630, and the 2,300 is copy traded. So when you're up pretty much everywhere, you're pretty much cautious about jumping into trades again, right? Because you want to preserve at some point what you made. Right? I got a good feeling right now about today's performance, even though on the 150k account there is room. But I'm also knowing that I'm not going to have 10 out of 10 trades correct. So if I get to this point, you pretty much need to value the moment you say stop. That's a value by itself, right? So if the market holds here, this candle could be longed. Do I want to do this? No. Is it possible? Yes. Is it likely? I don't know. However, the main action that we got today is choppiness. Choppiness. Scaring people away. So, by the way, let me share with you, for those of you that would like to grab your accounts on Ticktick Trader, here's the link. There you go with a link. 45% discount is still eligible. Code is Scramble at the checkout. 45% discount on all the plans available. You can cash out whatever you make above 5% of the initial balance, right? You can cash out anything above the safety net. Safety net is actually set at 5% of the balance. Make money above that and you take it out. These are the prices right now with a 45% discount with my code. You can see it right there. The 250k that I got is $550 for 2 accounts. It is 1,100, but you can actually get 3 accounts, and the payout is $4,000 on that one, 3,000 on the 150k, and then 2,000 if I'm not wrong on the 100k. Obviously, there is a profit split, which is 80 to 20. 80 goes into your pocket, 20% goes into remains at Ticktick Trader, and at the same time, after 6 payouts or even earlier, you're going to live trading. You're moved to live with live resources, and then from there you can construct a different journey, a different career, and a different trading opportunity, guys. This is where we are at the moment, and the choppiness season did not end it. This is an ugly rejection we're getting on the 1 minute with a pass below. This is exactly what's happening. But then we want to react. We don't want to give up, right? We want to react and deliver. We just broke below, guys. Below the weekly opening. Wow. 273 VWAP. Also some pivot points here, but 270s on the VWAP. This is an ugly rejection, fellas. We're taking down all the markets. Look at the crypto space dying around, dumping around. So this is just trading on stream. We're not trading behind the doors. There is no such a thing trading behind the doors. That is not transparent and legit. Legit Tesla. We're not in a comfortable situation here with the markets. Look at the room downwards, even for Nvidia breaking below. Look at that. Keep dumping, scaring people away. The news we got basically from the PMI and JOLTS were not considered at all. Bullish by the market is much lower than expected. 275, I'm going to test it out, guys. 276.77 on a limit order, but not on the 250k yet, on the 150k. Two contracts, limit order 275, 276. There you go. Let's go into that. Big volatility, big contracts out here looking for a scalp. If I get the opportunity to see that touched. But this 5 minute looks aggressive, so the next 5 minute could get into the 270s. Taking that one a little lower, 274. Let's go, everyone. That's a good buying opportunity. And then quickly jumping out of the trade as soon as the markets are reacting. Let's go, guys, into my limit order. I don't want to get front run. Hope they're not going to front run me. Hope we get rejected by the weekly opening. There you go. Rejected by the weekly opening. Nosediving into 274. Look at that, guys. And then quickly back into the 310. Don't need more than that. By the way, hope you have an amazing day as well, an amazing start of April. Thank you guys for coming in. Make sure to like the video. A lot has been done today. A lot has been printed today. So in a nutshell, we had a good trading day. Waiting here with a buy order if we get it. Gotta be patient. Gotta be willing to wait sufficiently. Come on, let's go. Bitcoin just dumped about 1,500 and since the morning is dumped about $2,000. What a lovely situation, right? This is how it has been lately. Let's go to my limit order. Couple of points needed. Put it back to 76 limit order. Waiting to be filled with the PMI on 49 and you got stuck for the moment, guys. It got stuck for the moment. It got stuck like that. Let's go, guys. It has not been filled up yet. We're waiting on this one. Come on. Take this one into the 70s. Let's go. We're waiting right there. I'm gonna add an additional one on 78. Very close to VWAP. Come on. We came all the way to 85 and reacted from there. But definitely not as much as I needed. Come on.
Order filled.
Beautiful.
Order filled.
Contract has been filled. The second one has been filled up as well. Now I'd like to see a reaction, fellas. I'd like to see a reaction out there. This is 3 contracts. I'd like to see a quick reaction, 10-15 points and I'm out. I'd like to do a scalp out of this situation. We're exactly on the VWAP. Pretty ugly so far. Reaction is missing and the dumping continues. And we got tons of contracts in the trade and it looks like a knife catching. Beautiful, beautiful reaction so far. Let's go.
Order
Adding an
filled.
additional to this one. And I'm
Order
selling 2
filled.
contracts, basically. And I'm selling the
Order
rest of
filled.
it as well. 1,130. So we managed to do it from 600 and so to 1,130. That's about 500 bucks. Beautiful, Grad. Beautiful. Look at the reaction on the VWAP. There you go. There you go. We made $500 on that. Quickly. Quickly, $500. And, of course, the fireworks are not going to be missed. The fireworks are not going to be missed. And the celebration time. That will always be, guys. We always celebrate. Even during the days that are hard. Not as we expect. Not just like we thought about. Not like we prepared. We have to celebrate for certain other reasons and pretty much try to understand there is a positive outcome even from bad situations. There is a positivity even in the negativity. Because you tend to, and you have to, see it from a different corner. The same problem looked over from a different corner is no longer going to be that negative. The same situation, and usually this is not just about the business, fellas, this is also about the life. The same situation perceived from a different corner, it's going to be more aggressive, fellas. More aggressive compared to the way I've been trading in the past weeks. And we're going to be a little more aggressive out there on trading. 1,130 made today. 2,365 on the copy traded accounts. Both actually made around 2,300s, which is 4,600 totally on that one. And then right here for the 150k, 1,100. That is a beautiful. Now, you know, $6,000. Which is not to underestimate, surely now. Surely not to underestimate the beauty behind that. Great numbers. But we gotta be careful because dealing with larger numbers like that obviously requires a better precision. A much better precision, basically, on my entries. There's no room to be wrong. Definitely not. Beautiful, guys. So that's all about it, guys. That's kind of all about it. All right, fellas. That's where we are for today. That's where we are for today. Great session. 2,000, you know, we just poked about the numbers. I'm not going to repeat them. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. This is something very important, guys. Thank you once again. It's a real video. It's not for the April Fools what we got here. It's a real video. And I definitely appreciate every single moment, second reaction you got out here on the chat as well, liking the videos and participating in our community. Do not forget about the Discord community that we've got. Make sure to be up to date with all the details and everything out there. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, guys, and appreciate words once again. Thank you for participating. I wish you a good day. I wish you a good night as well for some of you. Very productive for both sides. And looking forward to it tomorrow. It's going to be another very important day with the tariffs, with the volatility, with the craziness, with the panic selling, scarcity. And with the very difficult conditions of trading, look at the chart right there. It's not that I made profits today, it's basically the charts by themselves, they're actually representing a difficulty level that is increased. Enjoy your day, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon.